Surprise, guys, it's not Gem, it's not Lambs, it's not Ads. It is the one and only Euro expert here today hosting the show. So if there's any mess ups, you can blame it solely on me. This is the first live stream I've hosted. And let's cue the intro. Come on, so you can press the right clip.
Don't know how I'm here, and it's you that I want to need. Feel your heartbeat. Feel somewhere you're looking good. Feel your heartbeat. Feel somewhere you're looking good.
There we go. I haven't messed it up there. How is everybody doing, guys? Today we are covering Monaco versus Lyon. Last week was really successful, I thought. I didn't expect the love and attention that it got, to be honest. I expected like one viewer throughout, and I expected that to be my phone. So hopefully we can recreate some of those numbers and have a good time. That being said, we're going to give it a couple minutes for everyone to get in before we go into the lineup today. So obviously we're covering Monaco v Lyon, and whoever wins that has a massive chance of getting into the Champions League. And I know a lot of you'll be waiting for the lines to open. Don't worry, we will be doing that, or I will be doing that. I'll be figuring out how to do that. Assume it's pasting a link in the comments. Should be fine, really. But yeah, pretty excited to do this today. We're gonna get the lineup now on screen because people will be joining in. Shout out to Crofty and Mustafa joining in early on. Thank you very much, guys. Right, let me get this lineup on screen for you all. Oh, and we have got it up here. So we will just go full screen. Let's have a look at who we have. So we have a cheeky bit of players to watch. We've got Wissam Ben Yedder and Kevin Volland up front. Both players been having a great season so far. And I've got a magic two that I think we want to be focusing on today. A lot of people have had attention on, particularly the Chelsea fans. Tchouaméni and Youssouf Fofana, two players that have been linked to all the clubs across Europe. 21-year-old Fofana and 21-year-old Tchouaméni. Got my eye on them today, hoping they can do something interesting against Lyon. Lyon, meanwhile, starting with Toto Akambi, Paqueta up front again, which is weird, and Memphis Depay. And we saw him last week, didn't really get too much done against Lille, so hopefully he has a bit of a bolder game today. And looks like both teams, Lyon will be playing a back three. But we've got about 7 minutes till kick off here. While I'm just looking through the rest of the notes and things, and if you guys want to get your comments in, get any questions in, I will say as well today, guys, that I'll be I'm going to be filming a Euro Watch podcast after this, an hour after the stream. So we'll be doing questions there. And if you want any questions in, then send them in the comments and I'll answer them later. Crofty already saying, to be honest, I'm thinking Lille will bottle the league and PSG will win. Crofty, I hope you are extremely wrong with that, because I want Lille to win the league with my entire heart and soul. But we will have to see about that. I can see the logic in, though, because the pressure's on for Lille. And next week they got Lens, so it's a bit tough there. Got Mona in. Mona, the one and only, one of the best people on Twitter. Will Lyon continue to operate in a 4-2-3-1 with Slimani as a lone striker up top in the game? But Slimani is not starting today, Mona. So perhaps he'll come on off the bench. I'm checking it right now. He should be on the bench today. No. I don't think there's a Slimani on the bench today, so looks like Slimani's out. I'm not too sure if that's for injury purposes or anything, but we will have to see. We've got Ilas in. Thank you, Ilas, for joining. Whereas Gem will potentially be joining us a bit later on, but he's left it to me to host today. So, you know, if you like it, comment why. If you don't like it, feel free to abuse me. I can take it in the comments. And to be honest, that'll be really good for engagement, actually. So would really appreciate that, guys. But yeah, make sure we share this out as well, because I'll tell you guys something. I was planning to do the stream a weekend, and then I was planning to really heavily promote it on like Saturday and Friday. And I remember they're doing the social media blackout, and I thought, oh, God, I can't spam social straight away. I'm going to look very insensitive. So if you guys can do the sharing for me, saves me a lot of trouble. James is in the comments there. Hi, James. Good to see you in. And we've got Crofty, who is Ligue 1's top scorer this season. I kind of think it's Mbappe, you know, but I'm definitely not getting it up on the side and cheating. I think it's going to be Mbappe or Depay. I'll let you guys guess in the comments while I cheat and Google it. It is Kylian Mbappe, Crofty. 25 goals. Depay is second with 18. Ben Yedder, someone I forgot to touch on just there in the lineups, he's also got 18. So it should be a pretty goal-scoring game today. I'm pretty excited for it. Also, while we're in the comments at the moment, I want to hear you guys' thoughts on what happened earlier at Old Trafford, because we're not just going to gloss over it. I found it incredibly hilarious watching a corner flag from the stadium get torn through Manchester. But what was it like for you guys watching that unfold? Because genuinely, I couldn't quite believe it. It was just strange to see the chaos erupting in English football at the moment. But that being said, I'm going to have the game on in the background now. I'm going to be providing the commentary to you guys, the Ligue 1 loyals in England. We'll love you guys up. And be hopefully enjoying a very good game. If it's better than last week, then we've got the game of the century, because last week's game was absolutely ridiculous. We've got 10 people in right now. Thank you very much, guys. The game of the Premier League at the moment is Tottenham v Sheffield United. Who cares? Who cares about Tottenham, Sheffield? Come watch Monaco v Lyon. That is where the skill is. And guys, I'll be opening the lines in around about 5 minutes, just as soon as I get comfy, really. And I'll let you guys come on, have your say, be panelists for the game, all that good stuff. What's Crofty saying? Now, Volland and Ben Yedder looks like a good strike partnership. They have been brilliant. They've been the best striker partnership in Ligue 1, Crofty, actually. Really good players to mention there, actually, because they have been thrilling to watch. Volland's kind of played Volland's played sort of as like a striker and then also as a winger. So almost a strike partnership's a little... I don't know, some people wouldn't call them that, but they've been probably the most lethal set of attacking forwards in Ligue 1. So, two players to keep a big eye on here. What generally happens is Ben Yedder's more of the finisher, and Volland kind of does... Do you remember Sarri? I don't remember Sarri under Willian. Do you remember Willian under Sarri for Chelsea, where he'd do the more disciplined things? Volland will sort of do that. He makes the runs off the defence to try and pull them apart, for Ben Yedder to just get in and score. We've got about 2 minutes until the game kicks off here. Please smash the like button. I saw Jem in the comments reminding me, basically saying to smash the like button. Please do. Be really appreciating it, guys. And yeah, smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new here, because we had a lot of new people last week. So hopefully we're getting the Monaco faithful in, as well as the Lyon faithful last week. Crofty has asked, has Fabregas been good this season? He has not really played. He's not really played under Niko Kovac. He's been a bit more of a bit plot player. He's not been frozen out like he was at Chelsea by the end of it, or Barcelona. But he's been used a lot more as a sort of a utility man, I guess. Like used in sparing parts. Javier's in. I remember seeing you last week. Javier has asked, what's the match prediction from me? I've been too rushed to think about it. I think the match prediction for this. So I'm going to get the table up as one of the backgrounds so I can read it to you guys. See, Monaco have been on ridiculous form. They've won, I think, it's like 10 out of the last 12 games or something stupid like that. So they're on the informed team, and Lyon have stuttered, especially in the second half of the season. So I kind of tend to move towards Monaco. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Monaco. A Monaco victory today. I'm going to say 2-0 Monaco, because... And it will go 2-1, because Lyon have still proved they can score the goals. But I think Monaco will be the team to watch next season. Moving on to the next one. Rami has said Tuchemeni on watch. Yes, everyone watching today, keep your eyes on him. You're going to be the guy on Twitter who gets a load of likes for showing how good he is when you tweet a good compilation of him. And it might be from today's game. So that's another reason why you're here. Do you support a team in France? The official branding, guys, is that Eurorex, so it's a neutral. But yeah, I'm veering close. I'm veering close to being a Lille fan. Really close. I was actually looking at buying a shirt today, Lynn, and saw it was £67 without getting your name printed on the back. So that's the only reason that I'm not wearing a Lille shirt at the moment. But I'm still classed as a neutral, Mustafa. Still classed as a neutral. Red and Blue podcast. Also, Barcelona and Valencia is on today. Yes, and as I said, the big game, Sheffield United v Tottenham. I'll be providing updates on those games to the people who can't watch out. As I said, at the moment, Tottenham are winning 1-0 against Sheffield, and Valencia v Barcelona. I'm trying to look for that now, actually. It's about to kick off as well at the same time as this game. So I'll provide updates on all the European games. That's why you've got me here. Mona has said, will Rudy Garcia be sacked this summer? Mona, I believe he is leaving, actually. He is leaving. I don't think he's been sacked. It's on mutual consent. But I think it's the end of a 2-year contract or an 18-month contract, and Garcia is out. So Lyon are on the look for a new coach this summer. There's been rumours that it would have been Gaultier, but no one's too sure. If anyone doesn't know, Christophe Gaultier is the manager of Lille. But there is a vacant slot, and we've seen Niko Kovac come to Monaco and do some impressive things. So the odds are on, I'd say, for another big European coach to come into this Lyon side and do something special. But for now, Garcia's going to see if he can get that European football. And then Javier saying a Tuchel masterclass in the coming. We hope so. We hope for some big performances, because I'm not going to lie, guys, if it's a 0-0, that'll be sad. And we want another game like last week where me, Jem, and the panel were completely off their seat. By the way, 5 minutes, guys, until the lines open. I'll leave that in the comments as well, just to make sure. This like I said, this is a learning experience for me. I hope you're enjoying it. Yeah. Games are about to kick off, by the way, so we'll have it today. Harris Ashad has asked, who's on the panel today? To be honest, mate, whoever clicks the link first and whoever isn't, spamming it or anything. Velvishman is in. Sup, Velvishman. Good to have you here. Really appreciate it. United so powerful, they stopped the biggest game from Harris. so that's a good way of saying it. Monaco and Lyon have kicked off now. So all turn on to BT Sport 2. You can mute the TV because their commentators are terrible. And you can have me instead, the one and only Euro expert. That's the only commentator you really need, I think, today. The lines. It's weird streaming by yourself, guys. I have to admit, I feel like I have to talk consistently 100 miles an hour. If that's annoying, just please tell me. But we'll see how it's going. If you're opening a link, may come on the second half. Please do, Velvishman. We'll appreciate coming here. And I can promise you, if you come on, I'm not just going to bully you for being a Liverpool fan, like what tends to happen whenever you come on a stream. But let's have a look at the game, which is the focus, right? I think Monaco has just tried to score from the halfway line. It's not gone too well. It's playing. This game's being played at Monaco, by the way. And their home form's pretty strong as well, which leans into them coming away from this game pretty strongly. But how many of you guys as well currently got the game on, or how? Actually, better question: how have you got the game on, guys? Are you watching it on TV, or are you going for a live stream? Because I feel I don't want to be ignorant and expect everyone to turn on BT Sport, because I know we haven't all got that privilege. So I'm interested to see how many of you are able to stream this right now, to basically stream 2 streams, just because I've been in those dark days where you're on heads goal and it's buffering every 10 seconds, and I don't like it. And Lyon have almost scored very early on there. Some pretty nice play, actually. I believe that was from De Sciglio. I'm not too sure on the right-hand side. I'm going to make sure I get the lineup up as well, just to make sure I can commentate on this perfectly. But yes, indeed. Oh, some sort of referee call coming up early on. In France, by the way, guys, if you want a reason to watch, if you want a reason to watch Ligue 1 more regularly, the referees in this league are absolutely mental. In the first 30 games, there are 27 red cards. There is no discipline in French football. It is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Javier's got a live stream going. Javier, I'll rate that. I don't know how you're doing it. You got 2 streams on. That is dedication. When I put the link in, which I think I'll get it in now, I have to admit, it is very impressive. So I think this is how we do it. I'm going to put the link in to the chat now. I believe this is how we do it. Okay. That's probably right. You guys feel free to join in. I'm going to get you all up on screen. Not hopefully all, otherwise we'll have 9 viewers less. But yeah, please, guys, please keep tuning in. Or if you just had a nice viewer boost of 14 there, thank you very much for joining me, guys. Remember to share this stream as well. As I said, I was doing a social boycott, so I've ruined the promotion of this stream, and I'm urgently saving it. But it's going well so far. 0-0 still at Monaco and Lyon, and I will be providing updates on the La Liga tie Valencia v Barcelona. So you're getting it all from me tonight. I'm putting a one-man show in. Let's have a quick retweet of this as well. Well, Lyon coming very close there. I believe that was Dubois coming in to the box. Dubois is actually a really good right back you guys should keep a lookout for, because I think he's been linked to a few clubs because he's not massively popular in France at times. But keep an eye out for him because he's very good attacking right back and right wing back. Okay, we're just going to show this. Ultra Parisian is saying Lyon will bottle it. Well, Ultra Parisian, you're a PSG fan, so of course you're going to say that. You know, you guys hate Lyon. I'm joking. There is a lot of reason to say Lyon are gonna bottle this, because it feels like they have it in their DNA, right, mate? I mean, you can tell me a bit more, but it feels like they're always just like one red card away from capitulating. And we saw that last week when they lost to Lille. That was ultimate banter. If anyone doesn't, Lyon have kind of turned into Tottenham in French football. It's quite funny. Velvishman says, my beard and moustache are gone, people. Oh, let's get the clean shaven face of a Velvish man. Crofty has said, give lots of updates. I need to play FIFA. Oh, Crofty, I will, mate. I'll tailor this towards you, pal. I know. Tell me what you're playing as well. Is it FUT Champs? Is it Squad Battles? Both have given me headaches in recent weeks, but be very interested to hear. By the way, the lines are open, people. Lines are open. The link is in the chat. So if you do want to join, feel free to, and we'll get you on the stream and hopefully have a very, very fun time. Let's have a look at the other games at the moment. So as we can see, Valencia v Barcelona has kicked off. I think it's 0-0 at the moment as well, 8 minutes in. It's weird with France. They always kick off their games very late. For example, this is only 6 minutes in to the Monaco v Lyon match. I don't know why. They're terrible with their kickoffs. Broken VHS. Broken VHS, someone who's never been on the GNA channel before. Broken VHS, I'd love you to subscribe to this. It'd be very appreciated. The channel is chasing 1,000 subscribers. Real Chris says, big up to you too, Real Chris. Thank you for joining the stream and enjoying my commentary, as good or as bad as it thinks. Crofty says, I'm not watching. Who's been the best team so far? Has it been equal? Lyon have had the better chances, really. Monaco have not actually threatened so much yet. Going to try and make sure we get a bit more focus on the game, though, because last week it was very chatty, but I want to provide the analysis to you, diehard fans. Lyon have crossed into the box here, and it's gone over by Memphis Depay trying to go for a header. Monaco have not really started yet. They've kind of been defending this whole game, this opening 7 minutes so far. I'm kind of waiting for them to kickstart. Who scored is telling me they've gone into a back three as well. Would make sense. They've got Maripan, Disasi, and Sidibe playing. James Gabriel says, I'm playing champs. How's the match? James, I wish you get all the wins you can, my friend. I'm FUT Champs. I know how much hell that is. As I said, the match is Lyon's kind of crawling all over Monaco so far. No real clear-cut chances yet, though. Valencia and Barcelona is also 0-2. And Javier as well. Javier, if you want to join the stream as well, I'll put the link in the chat again for anyone who wants to. As the lines are open, people, lines are open. Velvishman saying pretty even game so far. Indeed, it has been pretty even actually, Velvishman. What else did you say, Velvishman? Rashford and Greenwood are lucky that the match is cancelled because back would have destroyed you. I tell you what, Velvishman, I've writing an article actually about Ozan Kabak slightly about how Turkey are going to do very well in the Euros. And Kabak, I tell you what, he's had a good comeback. And I know you meme him a lot, but he's a very, very good defender. Ultra Parisian has said, Lyon is behind Monaco. Usually I'd say Lyon is better than Monaco because they have a better attack. And I say again, Lyon will bottle it. I know you will say that. I think Monaco, but Parisian, I'd be interested to see if you agree, and everyone else in the comments. I feel like Monaco now, I know I back Lille, but they're going to get ripped apart in the summer. I think Monaco are definitely by far the second best team in France. And they've not closed the gap per se, but they are closing the gap, I would say, more than ever to PSG. At least since 2017 when they won the league. I think next season's going to be just as tight for Pochettino. It'll be a big test for him. Lens is going to be and almost beat Lille. Yeah, no, we're not having that, mate. Get out of here. Of course they're not. Of course they are not. Oh, Crofty said, I'm playing champs, hence why I'm not watching the game. 14-4. You got Crofty. That's a brilliant record, mate. Mike, tell you what, last week I played Foot Champs, right? And I'd never played it before on this FIFA. I hadn't played FIFA for 2 years. I kind of boycotted it. And I didn't realize if you quit a game of Foot Champs, it doesn't reset your matchmaking. So I went on a streak of losing 15 in a row. I had a terrible weekend last week, but until the live stream saved it all. So that kind of helped it. Why? Because PSG lost stupid games like United this season. True, PSG have started this season ultra Borussia, but I just kind of think I don't think I've seen a team in Ligue 1. Like, since I've been watching, which has been for the last 2 to 3 years. I don't think I've seen a team in Ligue 1 outside of Paris this strong, like this Monaco team. Like, I think Lille are riding a lot of vibes at the moment and Christophe Galtier, but the players at Monaco are great. They've got so many youngsters that I don't think are going to get picked apart, but are still at a high level. So I do think that I don't know. I do think PSG are going to win the league next season, and also Parisian. I do think PSG are going to win the Champions League within the next 2 years under Poch. But it's good for Liga making all of this a lot more hotly contested. To the PSG fan in the chat, we will beat City and go through. Do you think you'll beat City and go through? Parisian answer, Crofty. We wanna hear that. Meanwhile, in the game, Monaco have just had their first attack and flashed a shot wide. Now they're trying to regain into it. Lyon put some nice intricate play together actually. And yeah, Monaco very clearly setting up in a back three, both teams. And that's a very bad challenge from looks like Kevin Bolland on Lyon Dubois. It's one of those high feet rash challenges. If it was in the Premier League, it'd be straight red by VAR, as we all know. Oh dear. Guys, please smash the like button, by the way, while I'm sharing this stream. It's very, very much appreciated. And also, you can leave the comments in this in the chat to what game we should preview, we should watch along next, what European game we should watch along next, because I am listening. This was under popular demand, Monaco v Lyon. It was between this and Valencia and Barcelona, but I fancy switching up from Liga next week. So get unless there is a big game, of course, but get the suggestions and get the suggestions in. Ooh. So look at this. Monaco is slowly building into this. They're trying to slow the game down a bit, although Ben Yedder just made a very nice turn. It's into the box, and it's a good block from Desciglio playing as centre-back, of course. If you hear me typing, guys, it's just sharing the stream that you should like right now. Please do. And I'll be going back into the questions in a second. just making sure we get all the beautiful people in, like you guys, 13 of you watching. Thank you very much. I'll be honest, I wasn't sure how well this would do the second weekend, but it's going pretty good so far. Thank you very much. Chelsea v City next week. Oh, that's a Wednesday, isn't it, Javier? It's on the cards, maybe. Maybe we can do a Chelsea. Wait, Chelsea v. Oh, yeah, no. I was thinking Chelsea Real Madrid there. So, anyway, Chelsea v City. We do want to try and cover European games. So, we'll see if there's any big games around Europe. If there's not, we can watch along to that one. I will say it's quite usually a tough market because obviously everyone's nan wants to stream Chelsea, do a watch along with Chelsea. So, you got to bear that in mind. Parisian has said, we're scared of boring possession game from City, but I'm convinced City will not succeed to play like they do against some teams in the Premier League. La remontada, the curse is real. I tell you what, Parisian, I do think, I was listening to this on Le Beau Jour, the Ligue 1 podcast the other day, and it does feel like PSG have really lifted their Champions League curse. Like after you beat Atalanta last season, when it looked like you're down and out and Choupo-Moting saved you guys, it does actually think, I do personally think PSG are now set on course to win this Champions League very, very soon. Because I think they've got the perfect squad and I think their mentality is in the right place. I'm not sure to get past City, but if they lose to City, I don't think it'll be seen as like a missed opportunity like it was last season. I think it'll be seen as, all right, we'll come back next season and do it again. Hassan says the dead games next week in the top 5 leagues. So maybe we will cover Chelsea VC. As I said, it's in your hands, people. It's in your hands. Anyway, back to the games at the moment. Valencia v Barcelona is still 0-0 to those of you guys playing FIFA and listening to me. Very much appreciate you guys. Monaco v Lyon is also still 0-0. Toko Akambi's just had a shot on target and forced a decent save from Benjamin Lecomte in goal. Tchouameni and Fofana haven't really done much so far because Lyon have been playing kind of down the wings, I will say. So there's not much to report there. But Ben Yedder's slowly crawling into this game a little more. He's leading the line very strongly. And a bit weird for Monaco. They are set up quite defensive today. They've got Ruben Aguilar, who's usually a right back playing at right midfield. So they've also have started Fabregas, which I should have touched on, which he has been used as a bit part player. So it's interesting to see him start today. Memphis Depay's just burst into the box. Here's Depay. He's been shadowed out there exceptionally well by Fofana. That was brilliant play. For those of you who don't know, everyone tends to praise Mr. Aurélien Tchouameni, but Youssouf Fofana in the midfield for Monaco is also a super youngster, which keep an eye on. In fact, you might be able to see a preview of him, or a little profile of him come out on Expert Profiles this week. This is a stream about the Sheffield bowling tournament, right? For those of you who don't know, Broken VHS, he's a big football fan. He's proving that right now. Monaco have not conceded a single goal since March 3rd. Mona, that is a brilliant stat. I feel like every stream I'm on, Mona is in the comments, and she's like Jeff Shreves, but actually interesting. Like she brings in this interesting information, and it saves me so much hassle. I have to say, Mona. Like if I ever get a job as a presenter, I'm making sure in my earpiece it's you giving me this info, because that is a brilliant fact to bang on there. What's the debate saying about this Champions League game? It's a Champions League game. We can lose 5-0, they can lose 6-0. Everything is possible. Very much true, Parisian. But I still think. I want to hear your predictions actually for PSG City. If you're able to comment right now, what do you think the score will be? Because it's 3-1, right? Or 2-1, 3-1. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. I think it's 3-1 on aggregate at the moment. Either way, PSG will need 2 goals to at least be back into it, because then they'll either win or win on away goals. Do we see PSG not conceding though? Because I mean, I think that some moments the game summed up perfectly with PSG. They were really strong at the back for the first half, then they just fell apart. And it's hard to maybe not fell apart per se, because the goals did come from set pieces. But that wall was dreadful for the second goal there. Also, James has asked, what team do you support, mate? Good question, mate. I am a neutral, so I don't support any team. I just have a wealth of knowledge on European football and the Premier League. So ask me a question about Chelsea, I should know the answer. Ask me a question about Lyon, I'll hopefully know the answer. And yeah, that's what I pride myself on. But I don't support a particular team besides this season where I want Lille to win everything. Crofty has said 2-1 to PSG, 1-0 PSG in extra time. That's a prediction. That's interesting. Could be. I mean, it could like Parisian said, it could be 5 or 6-0. Who knows? But I'm not sure. To be fair, I'm not too sure it'll be a tight game. I think one side will run away with it. Don't know. Just a feeling. Just a feeling. I hope my team to score 2 goals in the first half. That's a bold. I hope Harris has asked you. You don't have a team in the Prem? No, I don't, Harris. I don't support a team in the Premier League. So some people call me a Tottenham fan. Not a Tottenham fan. Some people call me a Chelsea fan. Not a Chelsea fan. The accusations keep coming back to me. Respect you guys, but I can't call myself a fan of you guys. I just know Tottenham, Chelsea, and other teams quite well. But I'm not an actual fan of them. Like Hassan has just said, James, he supports Spurs and gave up on them. No, Hassan, no, I didn't. I feel like if I ever get like a big platform on social media, right? It'll be one of those stories. What team does? I want to see on Twitter stories. What team does Euro Expert actually support? Because that'd be a funny debate. Mona has said, I see this as Man City v Chelsea final. Neymar has forgotten how to shoot, and Mbappe does not look fit. Yeah, I kind of think. I do think I've been predicting Chelsea v City final for a long time. So, I don't mean to take credit or anything. But that's what I'm thinking. But while I quickly grab my water from the other side of this desk, guys, I want to hear your predictions. Who do you think be in the Champions League final? Give me a second, guys. Thanks to the 13 people watching, by the way, too. Sorry, we can't talk 100 miles an hour and not have any water. Hassan has said, Euro Expert is a glory supporter but uses his name to hide it. Hassan, you're 100% correct, mate. Well done. Oh, God. I didn't swallow that one well. You can clip that. PSG are the French Spurs. Sorry, Mustafa. PSG are the French Spurs if they lose to City. I mean, that's a very harsh thing. Cedar World. Hello, Cedar World. Thank you for joining us. Says Champions League final, City v Chelsea. Exactly the same for me too. Meanwhile, in the game, it's 20 minutes in, by the way, guys. It's still 0-0. No team has really carved out a massive chance here, but Monaco's started getting going now. They're beginning to press Lyon a bit higher. In fact, they've just forced them to lose possession there. It was a good header from Disassi, but Toko Cabbage just done well to win a free kick. Ryan Misanji. Everyone big up Ryan because he's a great feature on the Euro Trips podcast, something that I'm a part of and you can check out, I believe, on Monday. Who's the one to watch here tonight? The one to watch here tonight, Ryan. There's a few, but I'm keeping a keen eye on the moment at Ben Yedder, Wissam Ben Yedder. He's had a lot of he's not necessarily chances, but he's getting on the ball quite a lot so far. And I think, in my opinion, I think Depay is the most talented player on the pitch, but Ben Yedder's been the most in form. Oh, I can't say that. I think they're both very even in form. I think it's fair to say. Break VHS, why do you ignore me? Sorry, I do. What are your thoughts about Aurélien Tchouameni? I've released a nice profile on him, Maya Joel. I released a profile on actually on Expert Profiles, a Twitter account that you don't have to follow, but you can just keep a look at. You can see my thoughts there, but I'll answer it for you anyway. I really like Tchouameni. He's had a good season. I kind of looked at him last season when he was at Bordeaux. Tchouameni being the sort of defensive midfielder who's become a bit more box to box. I quite like him. He's 21 years old at the moment. I think he needs another season in Ligue 1. And no one should spend 40 million on him yet because you don't want another Bakayoko. Like, I think he's less proven than Bakayoko. And Bakayoko went for 40 mil, so he's not worth that much. But I do like what I see. One more season. I think one more season in France, and I want to see what happens. Crofty says, I know you're Euro expert. I love the quote marks. But do you know who's the best team outside of Europe? Outside of Europe? That's a good question. Never had that before. We're thinking. I want to hear your guys' thoughts as well. We're thinking Asian teams, South American teams, and MLS teams. It's probably between an MLS and South American and African teams. Sorry, I think it's probably between an MLS team and a South American team, because the MLS has come up massively in recent years. It has to be said. They've been doing bits in the MLS, and loads of players are coming from there. And managers, think of Jesse Marsh, who's just signed on as RB Leipzig manager. So I think New York Red Bulls are kind of up there, which would be a boring answer, I know. I think it'd either be New York Red Bulls or whoever's won the last Copa Libertadores. I mean, a different question would be who's my favorite team outside of Europe, and that would be probably Newell's Old Boys, where Marcelo Bielsa came through. Let's go through the rest of the questions. Josh Check. I'm really sorry if I butchered your name there, but I feel like I've nailed it. Please tell me if I didn't, Josh. What's your knowledge on Dagenham and Bradbridge? Local team. I've been to watch them once, and it was pretty good. But I'm going to have to pause you there because Monaco have just scored. Kevin Volland has put Monaco into the lead. It's 1-0 Monaco. We're just about to get the highlights on the game. I was keeping one eye on it, and I was hoping they'd miss so I could answer your question in full, Josh. But yeah, we're going to talk you through the goal just here for anyone who just missed that. Monaco are now leading against Lyon at home around the 25th minute. What's happened here is that Ben Yedder's dropped deep, or Volland's dropped deep, I believe. They've worked a really nice passing move, actually. Volland started it, and there's intricate play. It's been lobbed around the corner. Volland's made his run outside the Lyon defence from an assist on Ben Yedder, and he's ran through. He's held off Jason Denayer, which is not an easy feat, and he's made a very calm finish into the bottom left-hand corner. I believe VAR just going to check if he's onside or not. So we are just going to have to see. Ultra Parisian saying, I told you. You did say Lyon would bottle it. But in fairness, who thought they were favourites today? I don't think they've been favourites. I think Lyon was slightly underdogs in some ways. Lyon bottleless. And then Ryan saying, Volland. Oh, let's get through the comments properly. Ultra Parisian, a good job by Bottle Liga and the Champions League. I don't know who they're Mustafa. That seems like a mean comment. To PSG. Everyone loves PSG. Everyone loves the Qatari oil money. You know, they didn't join the Super League, so they've got to be great. Crofty says, maybe Shanghai, they have some ballers. Oh, I didn't think about the Chinese Super League. There's a lot of fun teams there, I think. Yeah, thank you for reminding me there. Palmeiras are currently the best team outside of Europe, IMO. Fair enough, Ryan, fair enough. I haven't watched too much of South American football. I've watched a bit of international football. I was watching African Cup of Nations qualifiers recently. Tell you, up-and-coming nation to watch out for, Zambia. They've got some very nice players. And also the nation that's going to win the World Cup in 2022 is Senegal. But I know a few of you know that one already. I was speaking of Africa. Aiden Azevedo says, hello from South Africa. Great job. Thank you for joining us, Aiden. Really appreciate that. And for those who have just joined us, it is still 1-0 Monaco. They scored a couple of minutes ago. It's 27th minute against Barcelona and Valencia. The other big game tonight, Valencia are drawing 0-0 against Barcelona at home. And the other big games, well, if you call it that, Tottenham, I believe they've just started the second half against Sheffield United. And it's 1-0 Tottenham. But the big game here tonight is Monaco v Lyon, because whoever wins this is solidifying themselves as Champions League contenders. Because in France, there's only 3 teams that get the Champions League places. And I'll tell you what, a lot of people have had problems with the UEFA reforms of the Champions League. There's one thing, in my opinion, they're doing right, and that's giving France a 4th Champions League spot. Because I just think, I think they're well far and clear ahead of the Portuguese league and like the Eredivisie and the Russian Premier League, right? The other big European leagues. They're probably on the same level par as Serie A and the Bundesliga and La Liga. And I know they haven't had the major success in Europe, but when was the last time an Italian team won anything in Europe, right? I mean, Roma have just like crapped themselves in the semi-final against United. So I think one good thing that the UEFA reforms have done is they were giving France this extra Champions League spot to even it up. So each of Europe's top 5 leagues would have 4 European spots. I think 4 Champions League spots. I think that's fair. I don't know why it's ever been done differently. I think it's very silly there. Mona has said, Corner's placement on Fulham's goal has to be shown in all scores of terrorism. Mona, you can't say those things. You can, it's funny, but jeez. Ryan says that the Copa de Libertadores winners, mate. Flamengo Brazilian champions. Big up Ryan, bringing in the good information there. Thank you very much, Ryan. As I said, anyone wants to hear more of Ryan, check out the Euro Trips podcast. A lot of fun. Recorded it the other day. I kind of sat back in that and went full throttle. Had a lot of jokes. So something to keep an eye out for. Next week's games could be Leipzig v Dortmund or Bayern v Borussia Mönchengladbach. Leipzig v Dortmund, that's a game I think might be one to keep an eye out for, Crofty. That's a good one. Because I think with Bayern, they've already won the league and Mönchengladbach have already fallen apart. So no one, personally, I don't feel to care to them. But Dortmund v Leipzig, like that, I haven't double-checked the table, but I'm pretty certain that would solidify either team in the Champions League. So that's a big game. And that should be interesting to watch. Anyway, isn't Jose's Inter the last Italian team to win a European trophy? I think it is, Javier. Yeah, I'm pretty certain it is. And obviously, the last French team to win anything in Europe was Marseille in 1992 for the UEFA Cup. So they've come, in my opinion, a bit closer. Like, we've had PSG reach the final. We've had Marseille reach the final in recent years. Lyon reached semi-final as well last year. I just think, the Italian league, the French league, and Bundesliga, they're all on even playing fields. If you just joined us, people, please hit the like button. It's massively appreciated. I am going to put the link in the chat again if anyone does want to join and be a panelist today. That link in the chat. Lines are open, people. Lines are open. To the game, though. We're 30 minutes in now. 30 minutes in. No, the Monaco goal is the only real clear chance. However, Monaco were just about to go through with Kevin Volland here, and he was battling to get ahead of I think it was Marcelo. Pretty sure. So yeah, pretty sure Marcelo, and he's battling to get around to go 1v1, and he's fallen over, and then the ref's given a free kick to Lyon, which is a bit silly of them, in my opinion. But 30 minutes in, we've got Lyon coming up the other end of the pitch, but Monaco have cleared it. There's no Badia Chile playing today for Monaco, which is a bit of a shame. Really good player. Might have been Denier. Thank you, Parisian. Thank you. Oh, no, number 2, it was Diamonde, because Denier's come off the pitch now. By the way, guys, thank you very much for staying engaged in the stream. You're making it very easy for me to keep talking because I keep getting to highlight your comments and have some things to talk about. We'll be sure to have a good chat at halftime. Bear in mind, you can come into the stream and have your say if you are in the position to, or if you're just chilling out, playing FIFA, playing FUT Champs. Wish you the best, guys. I'm glad you're using me as your backing track. If I'm your backing track, I very much hope you win it. You win your games and you get some good rewards from this FIFA season. Now, Lyon have just come forward here. We've got Toto Akambi, sorry. He's been taken down on the edge of the box. It has been called offside. If it's not offside, then we're about to have quite an interesting thing because Toto Akambi is one-on-one. I think he's slightly offside. It was a poor... Basically what happened is Toto Akambi's gone to get behind and Axel Disasi's made a tackle that was a bit sketchy. Probably could have been a red if it had been a free, if he hadn't been offside, and if we had another look at it. But offside for Lyon. That remains really their closest chance. Monaco still leading, and now we've got Lyon on the ball back in their own half to play it long, and they've just given away a throw in their own half. That is poor from Lyon. We've got Velvishman back in the house. Thank you very much. James, yes, Spurs are still 1-0 up. If you're wondering, they absolutely are. Josh has said FM is the best football game. Yes, although you need to be in the mood for it. If I'm in the mood for Football Manager, there is nothing that will stop me playing it. I will. The best game on the planet. If you're not in the mood for it, you'll start a game and you go, yeah, this is great, and then you'll give up. That's my thing, at least. Ultra Parisian is actually updating us. Thanks, Parisian. It's 2-0 to Spurs. 2-0 to Spurs. We'll get the updates on that. I feel like I'm beginning to gain a lot of respect for Jeff Stelling because keeping up on top of the games. It's a lot of intense work. Tottenham are leading Sheffield 2-0. No surprise. Gareth Bale with 2 goals and John Min someone with an assist. Big up to my fantasy team. I captained him, so we're in good hands, baby. Good hands. Elsewhere around Europe, Sampdoria are drawing with 0-0 with Roma, I believe. Oh no, they are winning actually half-time. Sampdoria beating Roma, if anyone is a Serie A fan. And Valencia-Barcelona, it's the 35th minute and 0-0 between the two Spanish sides. Of course, Barcelona need to win this game if they're to keep any title hopes, as they lost recently to Granada. That was an appalling result. And back in France, Monaco are still leading Lyon 1-0. 1-0 to Monaco. And we're just going back to the game here. I will say this game's been a little stop and start. And like I said, no real clear chances being carved out. Lyon now looking to... I think they're trying to pull Monaco onto. Monaco have been pressing high a little bit throughout the game. So it's trying to create some space. And they're finding some, but too many high balls from Lyon. It's finding it easy for the Monaco backline to clear it. They're spent quite narrowly, which is silly. 4 weeks in a row, I forget to swap out Antonio, who is still up top. Oh, Velvish, man, you are dreadful. Can't be doing that. But Lyon have got a chance here. They've crossed it in, and it's called well by Benjamin Lecomte. Crofty has said, FM is boring unless you do it with a club from League 1 or 2. Oh, man, if I had the patience for that, I would do it. I did an FM career, Crofty, with Sporting, right? And I took them to the Champions League final. I won the Champions League with them with Cristiano Ronaldo at the age of 38. That's one of my crowning achievements in video game history, but enough about that. James gave up on Fantasy League. Tell you what, James, I don't know if I speak for anyone else here, but I've never cared about fantasy football in my life. I've always started it for about 2 weeks and I forgot about it. This season, though, I've updated it every single week, and I'm not in a league or anything. It's felt like the hype this year has been up there. It might be something to do with everyone being stuck inside and not really having anything else to do, but I've enjoyed fantasy football. I want to hear your points tallies, guys. I'll get mine up at halftime so we can compare sizes. Oh. Let's have a look back at the game here. We've got Monaco trying to come inside. Caio Henrique driving in. He's one of the best left backs in Ligue 1 this season. He played in Kevin Volland, who had a big chance to score, and he's decided to try and play it across, and it's been cleared for a corner. I'm not sure how much this will come back to bite them, because that was a huge chance for Monaco there. And Volland was set on playing it across the box with Wissam Ben Yedder, but he had so much of the goal to aim at. He found a really good gap between the Lyon defence. This Lyon defence has been... It's not ropey, but it's not been foolproof this game. That was a good run from Caio Henrique. He's been, as I said, stand-up left-back this season in France. He's a Brazilian 23-year-old, I believe. Yes, 23-year-old playing for Monaco. Another player to keep an eye on in this exciting Monaco team. They've just tried a dreadful low corner, but Volland has got it here, I believe. Or Fabregas, sorry. He cut back well, tried to cross, and he's won another corner. It's weird seeing Fabregas play. He's so old. so old, bless him. But it was good. It was good tracking from Lucas Paqueta. Ultra Parisian has said this game is less spectacular because of Monaco. It's not a good Monaco, and Lyon hesitating against that. Score final 3-1 Monaco. I don't know. I think that's a little harsh on Monaco. I wouldn't say. Like, I think Lille are a bit more boring at times than Monaco. Like if Lille want to shut out shop, they will shut out shop. Monaco have at least got some players that are a bit more. I don't know. Their midfield is something just to keep an eye on because they've got such a nice partnership. We've got Stato Mona. Please change your name to that, Mona Allen. Stato Mona. Volland now has 23 goal contributions in 32 matches in his debut season for Monaco. Was he this good in the Bundesliga? By all accounts, he was good, but he's never had. I don't think he's ever had a goal-scoring season like this. We're going to have to hold that thought because Monaco have just ballooned over a chance in the penalty box. I tell you what, Crofty, by the way, I'll hold your FPL count. I will get back to that. But I'm going to have a look at Volland's previous scoring record because he has been one of the players in the season in France. Definitely one of the signings of the season, potentially behind Burak Yilmaz. If we go on his history, actually, so Volland obviously spent a lot of time at Leverkusen. The most goals he's ever got in a season before this was 14, Mona. In 17-18 and 18-19, he got... His highest tally was 14 goals and 9 assists in 18-19 for Leverkusen, at least in the Bundesliga. But in his first season in France, he's had 15 goals and 7 assists. So you do the maths, that's 23 goal contributions, his best, and he's on 22 at the moment. Although this would be his 23rd, sorry. So, yeah, he's evened his all-time record. Volland is what Chelsea fans think Werner is. Velvish, man. Come on, leave. Hashtag stop Werner abuse, man. Poor guy. Lyon have just come close. Lucas Paqueta heading just over from a near post corner. He made a great run. Monaco were asleep there. That is a big chance of Monaco, and they've wasted it a little there. I'm going to get my FPL team up in the background, lads, just so we can all compare fantasy football. Still Monaco 1-0, by the way, guys. And in the Tottenham game, it's still 2-0. Let's have a look. It's 2-0 still to Tottenham against Sheffield. Valencia beat Barcelona. Will be heading into halftime soon, and it's still 0-0 at the Mestalla and at the Monaco Stadium. It is Monaco 1, Lyon 0 still. $40 minutes in as well, so we're gonna be it's gonna be heading into halftime soon. Gonna have fun filling that halftime gap, of course. Monaco coming forward low. It's a poor pass from Cesc Fabregas. He had a big chance there, but Fofana and Tchouameni regained it. I think it was Fofana there, and it's just blown over by Kevin Volland. Monaco's counter press was exceptional there, and it's lobbed over into Volland for a volley, and he's put it just over the bar. Anthony Lopez is understandably fuming at the Lyon defence. Yeah, it looked to be Marcelo and Diamondo just got dragged out of position horrifically, allowing Volland into big space. That was a very poor from a Lyon perspective. And Volland again, that's a second chance this game. We were just discussing how good he's been, but honestly, that is not. That's not the best. They could be 3-0 up, Monaco. They really could be 3-0 up. Looking into this game, though, now Lyon have come back up the other end, but throw has been given to Monaco. For this perspective, guys, what this will do to the league table is not very many good things for Lyon. Bit like last week when Lille had dropped out of the top first spot into fourth. This game would see Monaco go ahead of Lyon by 7 points, which is a big gap, and it would basically crush Lyon into being in the Europa League next season, which would be seen as a huge failure for Jean-Michel Aulas, the Lyon president. Ultra Bruce saying poor Werner indeed. I do feel so sorry for Werner. Javier said Lopez is a bit short for a goalkeeper. Tell you what, I've always thought this as well, Javier, but I'll tell you who's... I think with Lopez at least, he's 6 foot, so he's not... I think he's 6 foot or 6'1", so he's not unashamedly small. One goalkeeper I've never understood how he's still playing football is Steve Mondonda. I don't understand that man. I think he's also 6 foot, to be fair, but he feels so small in the goal. And I don't get to watch Marseille often, but it doesn't end too well. And also, in this game, Fabregas has just gone down. In a bit of a scuffle here. French football seeing a bit of a little tussle, nothing new. It's all been settled well. Like Fabregas is trying his old antics, trying to get a Lyon player sent off. Look what Lille do without Pepe and Gabriel. Do you know that Jean-Michel Aulas song from Marseille? No, Ultra Parisian, please. I'm sure everyone in the comments, and I'll read it out for the people playing FIFA. They'd love to hear that, actually, because I feel like it's going to be quite entertaining. Please type it out in the comments, Parisian. Thank you. We've only got a few minutes left of this first half. So Lyon have just won a free kick. It's getting a little bit bitey there. Paqueta had won a free kick and he's just pushed Fofana away a little needlessly. Now Depay has made a good run into the channel here. He's holding the ball up. It's down to Dubois and it's a good tackle from, I think that's Kaya Enrique. Looking back into the other games, it looks like Valencia and Barcelona is going to go into halftime at 0-0. Tottenham have got a third goal, and it's a Gareth Bale hat-trick. Interesting stuff for Tottenham Hotspur there for the sunken ship that is Sheffield United. That is very interesting there. We're going to have a quick check-in on the Sampdoria-Roma game. Sampdoria are half... Sorry about that, guys. I may have accidentally clicked X to the tab. Thank you to everyone staying in there. As I said, this is the first time hosting, so you had to expect errors. Crofty and Velvishman, I know you're pointing it out there. Yeah, that's just a simple blunder from Mr. Euro expert. He's an expert on European football, but he's not an expert on his fat fingers pressing the wrong button. But as I was saying, Sampdoria have gone halftime, beating Roma. Tottenham closing in the end of the game against Sheffield. It's 3-0. And halftime between Valencia and Barcelona, 0-0. Velvishman says, I blame Jem. Jem's enjoying his night, I think. And tell you what, we've had a good stream today. Monaco beat Lyon. This game had a lot less hype than the Lille game, obviously, because Lille was the title challengers. But been pretty. I feel like we've had a good time so far. As I said, the lines are open, guys. So please, if you want to join in, feel free to, because we want to get some conversations going. We're heading into the final 10 seconds of this Monaco-Lyon game. Monaco-Lyon half, sorry. It looks like Monaco are burning their time, waiting for the ref to blow the whistle. And it is half time between Monaco and Lyon. Monaco 1, Lyon 0. It's been a good goal from Kevin Volland, keeping Monaco in the lead. But Volland probably should and could have got a couple more. So this is the interesting spot, guys. We are not BT Sports, so we don't get to show highlights. We are Euro Expert and GNA TV. So we create our own halftime entertainment. As I said, we want to go back to the FPL points because that's where the fun can come in. Now, I want to bring back Crofty. Crofty said he's on 2,121 points. Crofty, we're about to find out if I'm beating you or not, mate. And for me, we have got, how many points can I even tell? We have got all together an unknown amount of points. We've got, oh my God, you've destroyed me, Crofty. I feel bad saying mine now. I have got 1,764 points. Crofty, you know, get off the screen. Where's your stupid comment? Get off, disgraceful. We're in the FPL chat. We're not. We can get your other FPL scores on the comments, guys. And so thank you for the 11 people still watching. If you're playing FIFA, want to get a break, let me know how your session is going. I want to know how your Foot Champs is going well. And also, this is a good time to get any questions in for me. We've had a lot of people ask, what team do I support? We've flushed that one down. We know I am a neutral and not a Tottenham fan, not a Chelsea fan, not quite a Lille fan. Kind of wish I was since birth because that would have been fun. That'd be a glory hunter that way. But yeah, any other questions we can get in? What week did you start? First week. FPL. Yeah, I started sort of the first week, Crofty, but I put in a bunch of players who were injured. So if I'm being honest, it is kind of more the second week. Mono's asked, does Deschamps persist with Dubois for the French national side in the Euros? It's been atrocious. I think it's been maybe this game he's not been great, but I think overall he's had a good season, Mona. And I think the thing is, as stacks as France are, the only right backs they really have are Pavard and Dubois. And then you have got Sidibe in there, but he's also not. There's no standout candidate, you know. So I feel Dubois. It depends if they play left back. If they play defensive left back France, then I'd start Dubois. But if they're playing like a Teo Hernandez or Luca Hernandez, maybe, or someone to get up and down the flank, really, then I would start I'd start Pavard as a defensive player. Gemma said, let's get to 30 likes, people. Please, let's get to 30 likes. It would be massively appreciated. It would be very appreciated. We'll get as many likes as possible and get to 1,000 subscribers as possible. So if you've not subscribed already, please subscribe to GNA TV. We'd appreciate it. James has said, I finished champs now. James, let me know how that went. Quick question. What would you rank the top 5 leagues in order? Funnily enough, Ryan Misandri was in the comments earlier, and as I said, we did a Euro Trips podcast, and I actually brought up this exact debate. So, James, our minds think alike. I settled it in my head. I don't think there's a lot of space between them before I go into it, but I think the Premier League is first. Then it would go. Then it would slightly just about go La Liga. Then it will go Ligue 1. Then the Bundesliga, and then Serie A. And I think Liga needs Monaco and PSG to start winning European trophies, and then they can consider themselves as good as La Liga. Because really what La Liga is at this point is 2 to 3 teams like consistently doing brilliant, and the rest of the league kind of doing it. And I know La Liga is a lot more than that. I feel like that's kind of generalizing. But I feel like the bottom teams in Liga and the Bundesliga are a lot better than the bottom teams in La Liga in Italy. Like in Italy, you've got like Crotone and Parma and Cagliari at the bottom, and they're like the most uninspiring teams. Prison says, what are the criteria? That's a good question. The criteria in my head is more, the criteria is competitivity. So how competitive the league is, and the title races and relegation fighters and Champions League spaces are, how competitive it is, performance against other teams, of course, like other teams across Europe. And I think a big element of it as well was how good are the best teams, because like the best teams in Scotland, Celtic and Rangers, like they can't get past the Europa League quarter-final or semi-final, round of 16. Whereas like the best teams in France, like PSG could get to a Champions League final, Lyon could get to a Champions League semi-final. Lille, if they had not been chasing the league, they probably could have got to a Europa League semi-final. So I think it's those 3 criteria. I'll be interested to hear your guys' comments on that. That's a really good question, though, from James. Javier says 1,835 FPL points and scored 11 wins in champs. Big up, Javier. That is very good. You're beating me in FPL. And also, you've got 11 wins in Foot Champs, which means you get silver 1. No knowledge there. I hope you get Bruno Fernandes in your player pick. Well done, mate. Well done. Javier says 4-0 Spurs. We'll give a little intake onto that. Yep, Son. Oh, he's got another. What a hero. He's going to get bonus points. And I'm going to do good there. James got 14 winning champs. He's got gold 3. Big up, James. There you go, mate. Getting another player pick there. I hope you guys get some good player picks. Parisian says Marseille were frauds this year. Whew. Yeah, well, I would say they're frauds. Parisian, I don't know about you. I'd be interested to get your take. But I felt when I was watching Marseille in 1819 or 1920, sorry, I felt they were so much worse than their points suggested. I think Andre Villas-Boas is actually a really bad coach. But I think his system was so stale. I hated watching them. So I don't think they're frauds, more or less. It was just more that they got proven to be a terrible team. Crofty stopped at 17-6. Jeez, Crofty, I want to play you in FIFA. We'll have a good game there. Josh said the German and French leagues are good leagues. Yeah, they are. I think they're very much even. I think the only thing holding up, I think what's picked the French league ahead of the Bundesliga for me, or Liga 1 ahead of the Bundesliga for me, is that Liga 1's a bit more competitive now because we've had title races that go to the wire. Like we've had, like for example, this season we've also had Monaco win it recently. Whereas Bayern Munich have dominated the Bundesliga just like without any hesitation. So for me, it's impossible to consider the Bundesliga as more competitive than Liga 1. That is just me. Marseille are the French Arsenal. That is rude to Arsenal, in my opinion, Parisian. I think Marseille are like the French. Marseille are like the French. The French. Name me a team that's dreadful in England that just has like chaos behind this. They're the French Man United at the moment. They're like 13-14 Man United when David Moyes is in charge. That's what Marseille are. Oh, I'm just gonna share the stream as well, guys. Please share the stream because the Tottenham game will be finishing, and it'd be great to get some added people in here and get the likes up and going. Very much appreciated there. The amount of Neymar and Mbappe and Varane was horrible. Absolutely, James. Absolutely. But I've got a couple of minutes until the game kicks off. Please smash the like button if you haven't already. And we've got a panelist to join. We've got Velvishman. Velvishman has joined. Velvishman, how are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing very good, thank you. I'm so glad you joined because it gives me a chance to quickly type out a promo tweet on Twitter and get some more people on the stream. So have you been watching the game so far tonight, mate?
Yeah, I've been watching the game. Pretty much even game, to be honest.
Yeah.
Looking at it.
What?
Hang on, sorry.
Fair enough, Elvishman, fair enough. Anybody else who wants to join, please feel free to. The link is in the chat. You can join just as Velvishman has joined. So please come and join if you would like to have your say. It would be very much appreciated. And we're just going to get back into the game in a minute. Bear with me, guys. I am just going to get this tweet going out to get some people on the stream still. Thank you very much to people who've watched all the way through. It's been massively appreciated. Stick around for the second half and we'll have a good look at the players playing. And Josh has said, yeah, Bayern just buy the best players and other teams in the league. And I remember watching Dortmund in 2012, the team they had, and I really like to watch Union Berlin. Very true. I'll tell you what, Josh, actually, I'm going to hold that comment up there because I was reading an article today from The Athletic about Jesse Marsch coming in, and it's describing the challenge he's got at the moment, right, at Leipzig, because apparently their sporting directors resigned over Nagelsmann leaving because they feel it sent the wrong message. There's a big internal struggle in Leipzig, so they're thinking they've just sent a message that they've got a glass ceiling, that they are basically a feeder club. Like they've let go Nagelsmann and Upamecano to Bayern, and apparently the players and the sporting director, they're like, why we've done this? Like it just sends a message that we're willing to just be rolled over every year. So Jesse Marsch coming into Leipzig, he's got a humongous task on his hands, not just to fulfill tactically, but to get players on the side and make them feel like they're actually playing for something, rather than just being like, well, if you do really well when your contract runs out, you might go to Bayern Munich in a couple of years, which is like, it's just not worth it, is it? Okay, very much. Guys, give a tweet this on.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm back now.
Oh, how Velvishman. Yeah. So, what any players that stood out to you tonight watching the game?
Um, Hard to say really. I'll just say Volan because he got the goal. Very good goal from him. And I feel, like you said, I think he should have more in this game. Because the chances, I don't think he should have squared that one. He should just go for it. That could be all
Exactly. Yeah. He found so much space between the defenders too. It was just quite poor, I thought. But even like if these players on the pitch at the moment, is there anyone because anyone who doesn't know, I'm sure they do, that Velvishman is a Liverpool fan. Is there any players you take from either of these two teams to get into Liverpool's team?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'll leave you to ponder it.
It has to, if I was going to go now, it has to be Cesc Fabregas. I love this guy so much.
Even though he's like 53.
Yeah. If I'm looking at it now, I feel like there's actually a rumor coming out that Klopp wants Memphis Depay.
Oof.
So if especially he's on a free, I would take him at Liverpool.
Like I said, I can. I mean, Memphis Depay, yeah, because he's on a free. It is such an attractive proposition. You do sort of think that is one. If Barcelona don't get him, him in, then like someone else across Europe's got to swoop in and get probably one of the best strikers around. And also the thing is to play, he's actually really picky over what team he wants to go. I think I mentioned on the stream last week, but the reason he moved to Lyon is because he got a team of analysts behind him, and he paid them to pick out the team in Europe that statistically suits his play style best, and they picked Lyon. So I feel like he'll do the same again, or something similar at least. Like he won't just go for the highest payment. So I've always thought Arsenal would suit him.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, because he's got a lot of pace, but what I like about Depay, he can drop deep as well and link play, and I feel like he'd do well leading the line for Arsenal. So also sort of like Aubameyang, but a bit more well-rounded. He can be that last man on the defensive line, or he can drop deep and just start like overloading midfield.
Well, if I was Depay, I wouldn't go to a team with Ceballos or Xhaka. So
James has asked, who do you think's a better centre back, Varane or Kimpembe? Oh my god! I mean, Velvishman, have you been watching the Champions League this week?
yeah, I've been watching the PSG versus City one.
And what did you think of Kimpembe in that game? The PSG defense in that game?
All right, in the first half, capitulated in the second half. I
It
think
was
that wall summed up the second half really. Like,
that wall. I don't know what happened. That's one of the worst. But imagine going out in the Champions League to that wall. I'm sorry, Parisian. I know you're in the comments, but that wall was so bad. And the thing with Kimpembe, I've liked him when I've watched him play. And Parisian has said this year Kimpembe's been better than Varane, but Kimpembe's committed like 6 errors, which is like stupidly high for a defender. So it just kind of make you think like, has he been as good as we think he is? So
both centre backs have completed errors. I saw Varane in Champions League, Kimpembe numerous times this season. So it's probably evenly matched, to be honest.
Damn, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Well, we're going to be heading back into the game in a minute. Yep, it's just kicked off now. Monaco v Lyon. If you still got it up, Velvishman.
Oh, I'll close the tab. I need to get it up.
Well, for everyone else watching, it just kicks off here, and Monaco have already won a free kick. It looks like, Lyon have won a free kick. Sorry, in their own half. James has said that Rudiger is better than Kimpembe and Varane, and Mustafa has said no, James. I tell you what, on current form, I'd take Rudiger over both of them. I actually would. I think he's been brilliant for Chelsea, and he hasn't put a foot wrong. I think it's fair to say this. Or Lyon have come forward here. They were a weak pass from Lucas Paqueta. And we've got Toto Akambi on the wing. He's been doubled up on the well by Monaco, but Kaká's had a bit of space. Oh, almost getting into the box there, but not quiet. Ramirez asked what happened to Aouar. He's just been completely out of favour, mate. It's been weird. There was a bit of a falling out early in the season with Lyon. What happened with it was that Aouar was he didn't play a match, right? He didn't play the game, and it was the end of the match, and Rudy Garcia said, "All right, Aouar, go out of everyone else and do a warm down." And Aouar was like, "I haven't played. Why am I going to do a warm down? Like, what have I got to warm down?" And he just left. He just left the stadium. And since then, he's just kind of been in and out. So I just don't think he's favoured, which means his value's decreased, which is probably why Lyon want to get Rudy Garcia gone, because he's kind of decreased the value of him. Oh, Rudy Garcia's been the top 5 defender in Europe since he joined. Yeah, I agree. This is top 5 defenders from all leagues this season. Go on, Velvishman. I want to hear you, and you're not allowed to mention Quebec.
Wait, so can you repeat the question?
I said list of the top 5 defenders from all leagues this season.
Ruben Diaz. This has to be number 1. It's actually difficult, really.
Would Harry Maguire get into it?
Nah,
I think he's underrated.
Nah, I don't like Maguire. I don't rate him.
How can you not like his massive head?
No, he's
fair
a
enough. So you'd have Diaz number 1.
I don't know in order, but I'll say Sven Botman for Lille. He has been very good for them this season.
I rate that. Well done. You were in my good books. That's a very good choice.
Now D. Phillips for Liverpool gets a shot.
So try again. There's not. You're not. I don't care how hard you try. You're not getting a Liverpool defender into this top 5. Wait, well, this is counting fullbacks as well, right?
Crosby said Thiago Silva, but he's been injured at some point.
Yeah, I think it's hard to say Thiago Silva. I think Rudiger. I think Rudiger, Diaz, Sven Botman, and then maybe. Oh, Hakimi. If you can count Hakimi, then Hakimi. And then Parisian said Marquinhos.
He's been really good this season.
Luke Shaw's been really good. Parisian said Marquinhos. I'm not sure if he's been top 5 this season, Parisian, just on form, but I do think Marquinhos, if he isn't already, he's the best defender in the world, in my opinion. Maybe he's a different type of player to Van Dijk, right? I know how good Van Dijk is, but I feel like Marquinhos offers a bit different. If you get what I mean, like with Van Dijk,
versatility from Marquinhos.
Yeah, and with Van Dijk, he's just like a wall, right? How good is he for Liverpool, like in build-up and things like that? Because I know his passing range is good, but is it like as good as someone like Fabinho?
I feel like, yeah, his passing is better than like Joe Gomez, but not better than like Henderson or Fabinho.
Yeah, I feel like Marquinhos isn't as physical as Van Dijk. Like he's a bit easy to get past, but I feel like he has that passing range, which is what makes him special. James has said, "Do you rate Longley?" James, yes, I do. I was doing a statistical analysis of the best defenders in Europe, and Longley was surprisingly high. He has like a stupidly high, like ground duel and aerial duel win rate. So fair enough for him. I'm a massive fan of
What minute are you on, Alex?
Sorry? Oh, I am on 49:53.
I'm like 10 seconds behind.
All right, I will pause it for 10 seconds. Tell me when you're on 49:59.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I'm a massive fan of Marquinhos, so I don't know if I'm biased. No, you're not biased to say Marquinhos is one of the best defenders in the world. President, you're calling facts. Josh has said Harry Maguire is the best in the Prem. I think that's no, honestly. Look, Maguire gets a lot of stick, and I think he had a horror start. But when Maguire's on the field, you're not scoring cross, and I think on the floor as well. He's like 1v1. He's very good. Like very hard to get past. He's not quite Van Dijk levels, but I think he's underrated.
I don't rate, but it's okay.
Did you see that Dortmund player injury yesterday? Look back. No, James, fill us in, please. Mono is just mentioned as well. It's 1-0 to Valencia against Barcelona. It's Gabriel Paulista, the former Arsenal centre-back, has scored. And it's a poor cross. Very much took my eye off it for a second there. But yeah, it's just a poor cross from Lyon. Am I correct, Velvishman?
Yeah.
Yeah, thought so. So Monaco goal kick, 50 minutes and still 1-0. Monaco, for those guys interested in the Monaco-Lyon game, I hope you are, is to watch along for it. But we've got Monaco taking a goal kick here again. Everyone hard at the pitch. I think with Monaco, they're quite narrow, which is a bit odd. Like you can see from the goal kick, especially there as well. So they try and make the pitch quite small, which is interesting. Maguire, Fellaini, Lukaku, height matters at United. I'm not sure where Parisian's going with that one, but fair enough. Fair enough, Parisian. Oh, it's whipped down the line. Now, Monaco got the ball down the line here. It's Ruben Aguilar on the ball. Now it's Wissam Ben Yedder holding it in. Oh, Aguilar put some nice skill there. He's unlucky not to win a free kick. And, it's like Cadawere couldn't keep the ball up the field. Dubois and Denai have come off. But Monaco got a chance to this. Plays into Volland. Back out to Aguilar on the wing. Crossed in, deflected out. And there's Fofana.
Yes, deflected.
Yeah, and then Depay wins a free kick well.
Yeah. Oh, he's not free kick. Oh, he is.
Yeah, it's free kick. Looking through the comments. Mateo from United. Oh, Mori. What happened to Mori? Oh, Mori. What happened to him? And by the way, Volshan, I'll let you battle it out with Crofty because Crofty said Diaz is overrated.
Can I be honest? I actually said that on one stream. I said on one stream Diaz is overrated.
I've seen a lot of people say he's got because I haven't watched him as much as I should. A lot of people say he's got the perfect blend of a modern defender and an old school hard man. Is that true, or is that just pundit talk?
No, not really, because I watch him for both internationally and for club. Internationally, he's not really that good. He concedes a lot of goals there. It's just like, is that when people try to compare him to Van Dijk? And I was like, the reason Van Dijk's better because he has improved the defense around him. Now with Diaz, he hasn't shown that yet because he concedes loads of goals when Laporte starting. About keeps clean sheets with John Stones. So that's why I put Thingy above.
Fair enough. Oh, by the way, Josh has said Maguire just lacks pace and he has great passing range, which is really true. Great in the air, true. Good at a 1v1. He just needs someone fast next to him. Like the Monaco centre back that's on the bench now for some reason. What was that, sorry?
Yeah, Cornet just kept that ball in. I thought he went out of play.
Well, they've just received the ball and Cadawere turned and fired a shot over the bar. Got a few Chelsea fans in the comments as well. We appreciate you guys. Talk about the Danish Maldini, James Gabrielle is. Danish Maldini, we know he's referring to Christensen. I'm glad he's getting the limelight that he deserves.
Bloody Christensen.
Would you take him at Liverpool, Val?
No.
No, you wouldn't.
Nah. I feel like the only reason he's good because he's playing in the back three. In our system, if he plays in the back two, he's not going to do well.
That is a fair point. I do think he flourishes in the back three. But I think every centre back to an extent does. Like imagine Van Dijk on the right hand side of a back three, he would be a monster. Like just because he'd have that.
Gomez or Kamate, that'll be some defence.
Yeah, it's because he'd be able to be a bit more reserved, right? So he's not exactly going to be pulled out of the defence's line, which means he's always going to be there, and it means you won't get past him.
Yeah.
Christensen is levels above Kabak and Gomez. I think that's fair.
Oh wait, Spurs won 4-0.
Yeah, it was a hat-trick from Gareth Bale and the Hyun-Min Son finish. And Sampdoria are beating Roma 2-0. It's still 1-0 to Valencia over Barcelona. And Lyon, it looks like
Christensen is above levels above Kabak and Gomez. Behave, fam.
Oh,
Because
James, if you
because
want to
your
come in and
question.
let it out, go on, Val.
All I'm saying is Van Dijk Gomez only conceded 7 goals last season. No, sorry, 11 goals last season as a centre back partnership.
I was going to say
Has Christian
seven.
done that?
7 would be filthy.
Yeah,
Well,
but Gomez has been injured, to be fair. So
you have to hold the fort here because Monaco missing out on a big counter-attacking chance. They came forward at Lyon after a corner,
yeah,
and
I've seen that.
Lopez has just crushed the ball out. That was good play from Lopez, but Lyon are coming back forward now.
Well, the defensive structure ain't good for
Oh, it's good play! Great play from Depay! What
Depay.
a goal!
Oh my days, yes.
What a goal from Memphis! It's
Right, that's a good
deflected.
goal.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
deflected goal.
deflected.
But I'll let you take this one. What was your thoughts on that?
I thought he actually messed it up because I thought he took too much time on it, but he made it out.
Well, what's happened here, ladies and gentlemen? Lyon have countered a counter from Monaco, which is a counter from them. Depay's come forward. He's driven straight into Sassy. He's dripped in between 3 tackles. And then he's had a shot, a bit of a pot shot, sort of rush. It's deflected and gone into the far corner. I'm looking over. It's deflected now.
That's a weak tackle from the Monaco defenders.
Yeah, I'm seeing who that was. I think it might have been Maripen. I think it was a poor tackle from Maripen. It's deflected off of him, and it's gone into the net. Good play from Depay, and now we have a game on our hands. It's 1-1, people. Lyon have got an offside goal, but 57 minutes in, 1-1. What this does to the Ligue 1 table as well is it makes it a bit more even. I think it would mean that.
Oh yeah, James is on BT Sport, the game.
Yes, and it would mean it would mean that Lyon would sit just 4 points off Monaco instead of 7, I think, or around about that, or maybe 5 points off. So there's big changes there. What do you think of Kirby and Kerr? I'm not too sure what that might be from the Undertaker CFC. I'm sorry, Undertaker. I don't know who you're referring to. I'm a bit of an uncultured swine. But yes, James, join us. BT Sport 2 or 3, or BT Sport 1 HD. Sorry, BT Sport 1 HD live. Come join us. The Ligue 1. You're going to enjoy some.
I think it's all about the Chelsea women's team.
Oh, Chelsea women's. You don't need to watch that. You can come watch Monaco v Lyon. Or you can watch that and have us on in the background. It's up to you, James. The power of the people. It's up to you, my friend. Memphis Madness, Javier says, women's football, yeah, Kirby and Kerr. I'm getting you now. Is this Sam Kerr then? And Jack, I was going to say Jack Kirby, it's not Jack Kirby. My women's football knowledge is poor.
On the 3 subs?
From 5 subs in the league, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we should done in the Premier League.
Well, there is talk actually in France of making it a permanent thing because they really like it over here. I think the only way you could do it is if you make one of the 2 subs reserved for academy graduates or players under the age of 23.
Oh, they don't want to do in the Premier League because City and Liverpool would have just dominated.
Yeah. I do feel if it is for players like under the age of 21 or something, and it's academy graduates, that could make it fair.
Yeah. I want to see Arwell come on.
Oh, we've got Diamonde. Diamonde's a loose version of a step over, falling over his own feet.
He fell over.
Yeah, it was class from Diamonde there. Good to see us set back try something special. Bit of a score update. So Tottenham finished 4-0. Sheffield United. We're going to close that game. Sampdoria 2, Roma 0 with only 20 minutes left. And it's 1-1 between Valencia and Barcelona. Lionel Messi has scored, which aims it up for Barca. Barcelona need this win to get a bit closer in La Liga to the top of the table. And let's have a look.
Yeah, Ultra, this ain't a Chelsea player, by the way, my pick. Is a cricket player.
Oh, we've got Ahmad joining us. Ahmad, the PSG fan. Ahmad!
Yeah, how are you guys doing?
How you doing, man? We're doing good.
I'm good, bro.
Very much. You watching the game?
To be honest, whenever I'm depressed after a game, I just stop watching football. So I just watched the game yesterday, PSG versus Lens, and then I didn't watch any game this weekend.
You won though, didn't you?
No, I talk about the City game. You know,
Oh, see.
when I become so depressed, like I don't want to watch football like that, so I want to watch the PSG game.
That guy looks like Jorginho, the Monaco player.
The Monaco player on the ball. I'll have another look. But
But the result is good, 1-1. I think that's a perfect result for us. Or
Yeah.
if Lyon wins.
well, I mean, what's your thoughts now? Because I think the last big game in between PSG and Lille is Lille playing Lens next week. Do you think Lens are gonna cause an upset, or do you think the title's kind of done now?
Oh,
To be honest, I think it's
Oh.
rigged.
You think it's rigged?
No, but the thing is, the game yesterday against Nice, I think they played Lille. I
Yeah.
saw a lot of banners by the Nice fans saying that let Lille win. We want Lille to become the champion.
Yes.
And all those things. No, like,
Oh,
maybe
you
they're
should-
losing on purpose because I saw like Nice, they had
The
0
Paris
shot on
scored
target.
there.
It was like the first time in a while they had 0 shot on target. So maybe teams want Lille to win because PSG has been dominating.
I think
years.
they do, but I will say Nice did give him a bit of a headache for like the opening 30 minutes, and then it kind of died down on the Nice perspective. But I would be so frustrated if I was a PSG fan seeing things like that, because it just does. I guess it ruins your momentum a little bit. Like you know, the PSG players have had messages saying would be fun if Lille won though, wouldn't it?
It would be massive, especially for the league, I think.
Yeah,
But I think this season has been amazing for the league.
yeah, I agree.
There's just more attention to the league.
It's what I was saying earlier. I think we were asked by James Gabrielli in the comments that how he would rank the top 5 leagues, and I've put Ligue 1 third ahead of the Bundesliga and Serie A now. So I think it's so competitive, and I think Monaco, like Lille, are going to win the title. Even if they win the title this season, I think they'll be the big success story. I think Monaco are going to really push Pochettino and PSG quite far next season. Do you agree?
The thing was, like, I've said it a long time. Teams like Lyon, with good team, a good squad, a lot of good players, but they haven't been consistent throughout the years, losing against shit teams, and in that way not competing again with PSG. Because if you think about it, if Ligue 1 is a Farmers League, let's say, then
Yeah.
Lyon should at least win against all the teams, and then maybe lose against PSG in some fixtures or against Monaco, those teams. But Lyon wasn't consistent before. But now these type of teams has become more consistent. Plus, it's a Corona season. PSG has a lot of injuries, and I wouldn't say we have good squad depth, but we have good enough to win the league. But
Oh,
I think the mentality in Ligue 1 has been the biggest problem for us,
Yeah.
especially when Lille f's up and then we go and draw a game or lose a game. That's
Just
the
that-
most annoying thing.
Just to hold your thoughts, it's going to provide an update on the game, because earlier when Ahmed just joined, Depay came close again, firing a shot wide, and Leon just got in behind again,
yeah.
and it
Oh.
was
Oh,
my god, they're getting in behind a lot now. Cornet before almost got onto a ball, but Lecomte ran off his line and claimed it well. And again, Leon just tried to get in behind. There's a good ball into the box from Kakare. Toko Kambi's played it across, and Depay has gone down. He's claiming something, but it doesn't look like
that's
anything is in it. But yeah, Ahmed, I was thinking this earlier. I think the main point as well, it's not just the competitivity of the top 5 in Ligue 1, but it's also that I think the lower teams, like once Dijon go down and once Nîmes go down, I don't think there's any fodder left. If you get what I mean, like I don't think there's no team else in Ligue 1, maybe besides Saint Etienne, that if I'm PSG or Lille, I travel to and think easy win that. Like every other team, I think is a headache. Like going through the table now, like it looks like, it looks
Maybe
like
Strasbourg. They're always easy to beat for us.
maybe, but then Strasbourg have got such talented players.
No,
Like,
they're good.
yeah, exactly. And then you've got.
I think the
Go-
biggest difference is... No, go on, sorry.
I was just to say, because Strasbourg, for anyone who doesn't know, they've got Habib Diallo, Ludovic Ajorc, two some of the best strikers in the league going up front, and they're 16th. They could be doing a lot better. So once Dijon Nîmes go down, potentially Nantes, then really there's no team left in this league that you think an easy, like a walkover. But yeah, what were you gonna say, Ahmed?
Yeah. Now, for me, as a PSG fan, when I watch the game, the biggest difference has been that the lower teams aren't scared of PSG anymore. Like, I remember the days when we have Zlatan. We used to dominate teams, like all the possession, sometimes
Safe on
5-0, 6-0, 6-1, like high scoring games, with us scoring the majority of the goals. Now it feels like the teams aren't scared. They go in hard on us. They makes it hard. They have good counter attack. They're fearless. That's the biggest thing I've seen. That is a big problem for PSG, because bro, the Ligue 1 teams doesn't play in a nice way. They play ugly,
Oh,
especially against players that we have like Mbappe and Neymar. They go in ugly tackles and things like that, and they're not fearless. I think that's the biggest difference
Fair enough.
for
Fair
me
enough.
personally, because I think like even we have many people will say we have a better team now, and I think so. But like before in Ligue 1, we used to crush teams. I remember with Laurent Blanc as manager, with Zlatan, Verratti, Pastore, these type of guys. We used to crush teams. Now it's so like we don't create chances like we did before. I don't know if it's or declining or the leagues has been upgraded. I don't know.
I think it is the league's upgrading. I think the teams have caught up to PSG, which is good from PSG perspective, in my opinion, because I think it'll push you further. We're just going to touch on some of the comments now. Please, guys, let's hit to 30 likes. Velvishman and Jem have been reminding you all to do that. Mona has asked, do you rate Emi Bondia? He's got 29 goal contributions for Norwich in the Championship this season, and obviously he's one of the best chance creators in the Premier League, so I do rate him. I don't know about the guys on the panel. Would you either of you take him at your respective teams? Liverpool and PSG, because they were linked. Like, I know it was just paper talk probably by the Sun, but I don't think it's too far out the realms. If Emi Buendia goes up to the Premier League next season with Norwich, has another season where he contributes like 15 goals, would you take him at your teams? He'd be about 25 or 26 by then.
Harvey Elliott's clue. So no.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't? Fair enough, fair enough.
It would be another Sarabia signing.
Oh, yeah. Sarabia was meant to be so much better for PSG. It's sad how
I'm disappointed. I'm
I
disappointed.
like Buendia. I like him a lot. I would have him.
Yeah. Updates now. Barcelona are winning. I've seen a comment 3-1, but I think it's still 2-1. Which you can look. Nope, it's 3-1 Barcelona. A Messi free kick. And I think he's missed a penalty though. Messi's missed a penalty for Barcelona, but they're winning 3-1 against.
Josh Thompson's so funny.
Oh yeah, I was actually gonna shout him out now because Josh, my friend, you are the professional troll of the year. It has to be said. I love your opinions. Keep them coming. Whoa, Lyon have just come close. Cornet slicing a volley in the box. That was very close indeed. Ahmed, from a PSG perspective, what team are you worried about the most then in Liga next season? Which team do you think? Because I think Poch has definitely got a little bit of vulnerability. Like, I feel like he hasn't won a league yet. So I feel that it must play on his mind to some degree that he's got to win his first league title. What team are you most worried about pushing PSG the furthest next season in Liga?
To be honest, I don't think any team would push us like they have done this season. I think we will run away with it.
Fair enough.
Because the mess we was in. But you know, the teams in Ligue 1, like, is such a big difference sometimes between seasons and seasons. But this season, I've been most impressed by Lille, the way they play football, the nice counter attacks and the quick play. I've been most impressed by them. And when I have watched PSG, like the team when we play, Lille is the hardest. Like both games, we had trouble playing them.
Yeah, they're very aggressive.
Yeah, they were good against us. Like Lyon, we lost the first game, I think 1-0, but the second game we smashed them 4-2 or 4-1.
Yeah, we're just gonna go. Might have had Velvishman saying Lyon have just had Maxime Kakare sent off for a second yellow card. It's been sent off. Second yellow card.
Yeah.
It looked like VAR might have intervened, but no. It looks like I think it looked like it was definitely a second yellow, so it's all fair. So Lyon are now down to 10 men again in Liga. I'm sure Armour could back it up as well. But
this day, have you seen the red cards
Yeah, do you remember that? Wasn't
it's
it
like all the games has been a red card.
in
Oh,
in the first 30 games? Wasn't there something like 25, 27 red cards? It was something astronomical.
Yeah, like even Neymar has like 3 red cards in 11 games or something like that. So,
Yeah, and you think of so people have been. Someone's asked about Arteta, and it will lead me on quite well because people have been talking about Arsenal this season. Like, oh my god, they've
Oh
had
yeah, something like
they've
11 red cards
no
under
no
his management.
yeah they've had 6 red cards this season. You think, blimey, like how can you have 6 red cards? Like, what are you doing? In the background, I'm getting up Marseille's red cards because I know it's even worse. So I think
What are
Arsenal
Lyon players doing? They're trying
Arsenal
to
had
get
the
loads of
most.
this.
Yeah, Arsenal had the most, and Marseille have had 9 red cards and 86 yellows in like what 35 games. It is
Oh, don't tell me the
unreal.
second player is going to get sent off.
dirty players, dirty club.
Ultra Parisian is cheering red. Yes, Kakari is gone. But
Isn't it better if Lyon wins? I don't understand.
Oh, James has got a good question.
I think Parisian just hates Leon. Which James rank the best 5 CDMs in order. I gone. You take it. You said it's a good question. Lead it off. Who's the number 1 CDM? Or number 5, wherever you want to pick it up.
For me, I said Fabinho is the best CDM in the world. And he, like, the way he breaks up play for us is world class. Versatility as well. And where he puts him above, he can find a pass as well. When he breaks up the play, he's like, all right, cool, I'll give this ball to either the fullbacks who are running up the flank or the front three. He is phenomenal. And we missed him a lot in the midfield because he's been playing
Yeah.
centre back. Him in the midfield makes a huge difference.
I think he's been your most
Second-
consistent player as well.
Yeah. Second, I'll go Kante. Third, Kimmich.
Okay, and then I don't want you to finish it off.
Sorry?
We always finish it off. We've got best 5 CDMs in the world. We've got Fabinho, Kante, and then what's the third one, Velv?
Kimmich.
Who's the after those 3? Who's the best CDMs in the world? Is it Danilo Pereira?
No, please. Actually, he has done pretty well recent times.
Yeah, he has.
Like I've seen news channel putting a lot of stick on him, like undeserved stick. But I would say Casemiro is up there. CDM, not Busquets.
I was tempted to say Marquinhos when he plays there. Under Tuchel.
Yeah, as a CDM, of course. But
yeah.
Now he's more of a centre back.
Yeah, maybe Frankie de Jong.
Frankie, I wouldn't say he's a CDM just because how Koeman, he changed his position all the time. Sometimes he plays as centre back, sometimes box to box, sometimes as a cam. But as a player, he has been incredible this season. I love watching him play.
Fair enough. We're currently at 20 live viewers, people. Thank you very much for tuning in. Very much appreciate. Please smash the like button so we can reach 30. I know we're having a lot of fun in the comments there with Josh Thompson, but just to update on the game, it's still 1-1 Monaco Lyon. Lyon are down to 10 men. In between all of the conversation, Monaco were lucky not to go down to 10 men because there's a little bit of a stamp there. It might have been on Monaco from Paqueta. So yeah, it's been a bit bumpy there, and as Velvis just pointed out, I think we've just got Husam Aura coming on. So
Hey, you men in the chat, stop beefing.
Final 15 minutes. No, keep them beefing. It's good for engagement. What the comments coming in? It's funny. What is the? I actually think that Josh has a problem. No, Josh has got the best comments. Kante is overrated in my eyes. He's just a smile merchant. Personally, I think El Neni is better than him. As you can see, that comment is filled with so much logic and so much statistical nous that I don't see how you can argue against it. So big up Josh there for a very solid opinion.
What's going on this second half? This second half WWE or something? What's everyone going down?
It was getting a bit bitey towards the end of the first half, but it's certainly stepped up. We're going to focus on this game for a little bit because it's heating up, as you said, with some naughty tackles going in. Lyon holding the ball at the moment despite being down to 10 men. and Kakare being sent off. Kakare, by the way, really impressive midfielder. He's impressed me lately, especially last week.
Come on, Alwa.
His arrow on the ball. It's good play. He's
And
won
now
a
he's
free
gone
kick.
down.
Yeah, he's won a free kick off Tchouaméni. It was good play. And I thought the ref was reaching for another card there. Genuinely, weren't sure.
Yeah, that's a foul. Yeah.
Yeah, easy foul. And then Monaco, for context, by the way, they have brought on Badiashile, Fodabaratore, and Matazo. No Crepindiatis brought on, which is a bit of a shame. I wonder if he's on the bench, actually. No, he's not. But and then for Lyon perspective, they brought on Diamonde, Cadawere, and they've just brought on I missed who it was for, Velv. Was it for Thiago Mendes?
Oh no, it's for Paqueta.
For Paqueta, thank you very much.
Yeah, Paqueta.
Oh, it's a goal for Lyon!
Oh yes.
Cross has come in, and Marcelo, or I think it's Marcelo's just headed in.
Yeah,
Yes,
Marcelo.
it is. Yeah, Marcelo's just headed in from a cross. Brilliant free kick, and Lyon are leading against the odds. They're setting us
He
up.
looks like an uncle on the pitch, man. He looks like an uncle.
It's a great header low from him. We'll get a replay on that now. Lyon, we've criticised them all stream, said they're bottlers. I know Ahmed hasn't, but as a PSG fan, he might be inclined to go that way. But Marcelo has put Lyon in the lead. It's a brilliant header. He's risen high above everyone. They powered it into the far corner. It's getting intense once again in Ligue 1 for the final 15 minutes like last week. Can Monaco bring it back? As Ahmed pointed out a minute ago, from a PSG perspective, they want Lyon to win because this brings Monaco quite far out of the title race. So this is pretty big. Ahmed, how are you feeling at the moment now, knowing that Lyon are in the lead?
For me, because we have better goal difference. So even if we lose a game and Monaco wins, we're still in front of them. So now it's more of a focus of Lille. Lille needs to drop points. Then we can take over.
Ultra Brazil says rubbing my eyes. But yeah, I hear you, Ahmed. I can imagine the focus has been on Lille. It must be so frustrating, though, because as you were touching on, every time they're in reach, PSG have slipped up. Like those two performances out either side of the outside the Champions League games, particularly against Nantes, I couldn't believe my eyes when you lost against Nantes. I watched that game and it came out absolutely nowhere. So I feel for you this season.
There has been so many losses, so I don't remember them. Like the teams we lost to. There was one recent one when Lille drew, and then we drew as well or lost or lose. I don't remember.
There was and it was also. I think you've lost like 7 games at the Stade de France this year, or Parc des Princes, this season.
Yeah, even in the Champions League, it's been a disgrace.
Yeah.
At home. We used to be great at home.
Yeah, do you think it is completely to do with the fans or it's something else?
I really don't know. Maybe we're too comfortable at home, and without the fans, we don't get that motivation. Away, you're the underdog most of the times.
I'm enjoying picking your brain on, man. I've got another question. This is a lot more from me, mainly less than you're doing, so I'm not sure. We've got a chance here. I mean, we'll hold the fort, Vel, if you keep us updated. But Ahmed, I was going to ask. But obviously, when Tuchel was in charge of PSG, I felt they were built a lot more for destroying the
players down. Lopez just took him out.
Yeah, as I was saying, when Tuchel was in charge of PSG, it felt like they were built for destroying Ligue 1. Like when it was the 4-2-2 and they were tearing teams apart, they were very, very well rounded. Is what I'm trying to say. With Poch, it feels like they're a lot more set up to counter attack. Do you think that playstyle changes kind of impacted PSG season in the league in a negative way? Like, do you feel like if Tuchel had stayed, maybe things would improve? What's your thoughts?
No, I
League-wise.
completely agree with you. Yeah, Tuchel in the league has been amazing. I think he has the most point per games out of any manager we've had. The thing was, like, this season, although he has achieved a lot in PSG, coming to the final, winning back-to-back trophies, how this season was a disgrace. I have to be honest. He became very arrogant and came publicly and criticized the board the sporting director. It was just a toxic environment.
Yeah.
And like the turning point for me was when he played Danilo as a centre back and pushed Marquinhos as a CDM many times in the league and in the Champions League. And for me, we all know Marquinhos should be the centre back when Thiago Silva isn't there, but he did it just to demonstrate against Leonardo. That was my biggest problem, and it all just became toxic between them. Also, I think I may be wrong, but when he left, I think we were fourth in the league. So he still put us in this mess because we had a disgrace start in the league as well. I think we lost 1-0 to Lens, even though we had COVID cases and all those things. But he wasn't good in this year in the league either.
Fair enough. Okay.
Oh no, he's back.
I do think it was quite toxic. Because I remember hearing stories from PSG's camp. Apparently, Tuchel would always like do daily talks and like be very open to the team, but by the end, it was just becoming so exhausting. It almost felt like Tuchel felt like he was doing everything he could to get out while not ruining his CV. Like he didn't want to take PSG to the bottom, but he was also just kind of he was basically trying to piss off the board.
Yeah, like we all understood that he didn't get his signings, but we also need to understand that it's hard to get signings in a COVID season.
Yeah,
People think that PSG is a rich club. They are oil club, get money out of nowhere, but things doesn't work like that. We have gone from the oil. How do you say it? We left the oil money like 2 years ago. They wanted to become more self-sustainable and rely on revenue instead. So it isn't easy like that. Just splash money there and here because we don't get that much money from Ligue 1 as well compared to Premier League teams. Like you can't even compare.
Well, it's just touching the game now because something's happened here. A ball came in from Monaco, and Lopez came to punch it away, and he's pushed into it looked like Fabregas, might be Fabregas or Volland, and his own defender, and then it was bounced down and headed towards goal from Monaco and cleared off the line. But now we've got multiple players down on the ground. It looked like it was I think
it was a Fabregas. Fabregas is off the pitch.
It's Pellegrini, I believe. Might be
Pellegrini, yeah. Yeah, Pellegrini, yeah.
Yeah, and he's felt a light punch, and he's gone down. They can't give that surely as a penalty. And then it looked like Marcelo going down.
He didn't get the ball. He hasn't got the ball, Lopez.
There's a VAR check ongoing. Obviously, we've got the commentary on mute, so we just kind of have to interpret from what we can see. Yeah, VAR analysis and assistance video in cures. I'll learn French at some point. That's best.
Assistant video error.
Thank you, Val. That was spot on. We're just gonna go through the comments. Thank you.
By the way, Leonardo, you'll get banned. Don't come up with those racist comments, yeah.
Yeah, we will put the user in a timeout. Anyway, but going back into thank you for hitting 30 likes. It's been a very nice chat throughout, apart from that silly comment there, and people claiming that's a pen. We're about to see. We've got 6 minutes left. The VAR is having a look at it. Thing is, he's hit him, but it's from this angle, it looks a lot worse than it is. From the other angle, it looks a lot more just like an unfortunate tap. But I kind of feel like if you make contact, it has to be a pen. And the ref's giving it. It's a penalty to Monaco.
Yeah, it's a pen, yeah.
Penalty to Monaco. We are going to see what happens here. Oof. In the meantime, we're just going to go through Josh Thompson's lovely comments. Chelsea fans forcing the Omri Drogba debate. Shake my head. Anyone with a brain knows Drogba was clear. Fair enough, Josh. Fair enough. Going through the rest of them now. Tuchel is a serial winner, and Arteta has a 70% win record in the final. I know what I rather want. Fair enough, Josh. Ultra Prison saying one punch man. Crofty said Lopez looked terrible today. Fair enough. Velv, you kind of pointed out earlier that Lopez is, well, he didn't say he looked terrible, but very small in goal. And, well, he's never looked smaller on a penalty kick. Wissam Ben Yedder, the odds are on for him to score. Ben Yedder is generally very good from the spot. Can Monaco make it 2-2? Make it an even more dramatic end to what's been a very ill-tempered game?
Come on.
Ben Yedder stands up. Oh, and he's Penenka it into the net.
Oh, that's filthy.
That is gorgeous from Wissam Ben Yedder. That is absolutely brilliant. Oh, when it comes off, It comes off well. And now it's 2-2 with 5 minutes left. A filthy Panenka. Lopez looked like he was about to throttle Ben Yedder. But now we've got 5 minutes left and 2-2. Monaco v Lyon. It's a huge game in Ligue 1. And it's ramping up. Just a few minutes left. Guys, at this point, who do you think is going to win? Is anyone going to steal the 3 points here? Velv and Ahmed. Get your thoughts in. Come on. Go on, Velv. You go first.
I think Leon got this, you know.
You think Lyon have got this?
Monaco hasn't done anything apart from that attack. I feel like Leon could steal it at the end.
Ahmed, what do you think?
I think Monaco will win. Just because things I don't want to happen always happen.
We've got big chance of Monaco. Oh my goodness. Ahmed was almost a prophet there. Lopez had to punch away 2 shots from Monaco and it's cleared away by Lyon. I think we're going to have to hold on to the questions at the moment, guys. Please get them in. I'll answer a couple at the end. Remember as well, get any Euro 2020, 2021 questions in because I'll be answering them on the podcast later tonight, which go out this week. But for the rest of this game, we're going to focus on it because it's heating up and I don't want to disrespect this watch along. I want to give this the full attention. Lopez has done brilliant there. We did just criticize him, but it is brilliantly done to pat away a loose ball away from Ben Yedder. It looked like it was a good shot from Goebbels or Goebbels, whichever way you want to pronounce it. Lyon hanging on by a thread there and a sub coming on.
Yeah,
We have
Bruno
Bruno Guimaraes is on for Thiago Mendes and Rayan Cherki. For anyone who doesn't know, Rayan Cherki is one of the top young prospects in Europe. Velvet Ahmed, if you have anything to say for the last 5 minutes, just feel free to hop in. I'll stop asking or anything. If you've got any good thoughts, bring them in. But Lyon are coming forward here. But it's gone down now. Look like Cherki going down, but nothing's coming out of it. He's gone back up the other end. Lopez has swept clear. But Monaco have got the ball. Oh, it's a good flick, but Sidibe's not reaching that.
Yeah, he's got that. Yeah.
Sidibe is not reaching that.
It's a very entertaining game. Marcelo's got the.
For anyone putting in questions to Euro Watch, that is the podcast, Josh. Euro Watch, the Euro 2020 podcast. Anyone putting questions in, I'm hastily writing it down while watching it. So, Undertaker, I've got your question. But now we've got Lyon coming forward here. So Cherki coming in. Guimaraes. He's played a lovely ball on the outside. He's going to be cut back here. It's Cherki! Oh my goodness! Rayan Cherki has got his biggest contribution of the season.
Oh, he's offside.
Is he offside? Oh.
Oh no, he's doing the celebration. I was confused.
About to say. No, it's a goal to Lyon. They've stolen it here. It looks like Vel's prediction has come true. Rayan Cherki, she's still 17-year-old. Oh my word.
I was so confused. That celebration, I was like, what's he doing?
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. I tell you what, this game though, we thought. We said at the start it probably won't be as entertaining as Lille v Lyon, but my word, it has been.
That's his first Ligue 1 goal.
Yeah, it is a brilliant finish with his left foot with Cherki. I don't even think he's left foot. I think he might be both footed to be fair. But wow,
what a goal!
What an absolutely brilliant goal. 17-year-old Rayan Cherki has just announced himself on the European stage. Because that goal go around everywhere. And Cherki is a very popular one. The kid's 17 years old. It's a brilliant finish. But now can Monaco rise back into it? Ball's come forward here. And Lopez is just going to burn some time. Oof. Just reading through the comments here, guys. What a crazy game. Big Ron says, absolutely. Hocha Parisian says, a bon with a nice little emoji. And Velva's cleared it there. Josh has got great opinions. We absolutely love him. We will not block him. It's all a bit of fun from Josh. But can Monaco?
What happened to Klasev? He's not here in the chat.
Let's go forward now. 90th minute, Monaco causing a
Wait, what's going
foul.
on? 5 more minutes added.
5 minutes. I think that's even kind of short because it has been a bitey game. Whew. Now Lyon are going to burn some time here.
Could Cherki become the new Nabil Fekir?
There's a lot of hype on him to become that, Velf. A lot of hype because Cherki's been around for a while. I think he was fast tracked into the team at 16. And I think from what I know, he's both footed too. A very skillful player. I think with the experience he's getting, maybe you can't call him on next Mbappe because Mbappe is generational. And I don't think we'll see another player like him for a while. But Cherki's potential so far appears limitless. He's done very well on limited minutes. And this is his first major contribution at a young age too. And he doesn't look out of place on the pitch, which is a big compliment for a 17-year-old. But can Monaco?
If he ends up like Nabil Fekir, I just want him at Liverpool. Like, we should have got him time ago, Nabil Fekir. I was devastated when we never got him.
Oh, yeah, over the injury thing. Well, the Comps has put it forward here. Can Monaco get a loose ball? They can.
I think it wasn't even I don't think it was an injury thing. It's like something to do with his brother wanting more money or something like that.
I read it was due to his dodgy knee, which is true. He didn't train at Lyon because he has a knee injury which can flare up. So at Lyon, he didn't actually train. He would just play the matches. And I think Liverpool saw that in the medical and thought, we're not doing that. And they came out. Well, cross is about to come in there for Monaco.
That's a poor cross.
It was a very poor cross. I think it was Guibels. Kadewere doing well to bring the ball out. And Lyon have a throw-in here. What a throw-in here.
Oh, Ahmed, I think you're not going to like Mustafa's comment.
Verratti ain't that Pogba. I'll tell you what. No, I'm back in Ahmed. I know Ahmed will be right with Fury. Verratti is if Verratti wasn't injury prone, he'd be well known as the best midfielder in the world. Ahmed, do you agree?
Yeah, 100%. That's his biggest problem.
Absolutely. I think if he wasn't injury prone, yeah, like I said, he'd be because he's so good on the ball, and we saw that in the Champions League midweek. Like the way Verratti I know he's your profile picture too. I think what's brilliant about Verratti is that you never know what he's about to do on the ball. Like he disguises his body language so well that you don't know which way he's going to pass or dribble or which way his touch is going to take him. That's such an invaluable quality. Like Man City couldn't deal with him when he was on the ball in midweek, especially in that first half.
Yeah,
free kick here.
That's why I think he's better than Pogba, because a midfielder isn't about being strong and skillful and doing nice dribbles in the middle of the park. For me, it's the IQ of the midfielder and the calmness, how to beat the press. But that is one of the best I've seen.
Absolutely, I'm with you with that. I think Pogba does get a lot of slack, but I as a midfielder, I prefer.
Pogba's still amazing. He's still amazing, Pogba.
Oh my god!
Absolutely. Oh, he's got into the box and into the side netting. It's going to be a corner to Monaco. We've got about 30 seconds left of this game. With Lyon winning 3-2 at 10 men. Can they do it? They've had to fight for this. They've been down twice. Oh, they've been down once, and it's into the box. Oh, it's headed towards the back post. It's cleared. Well, it's still in there. Overhead kick is over the bar.
Oh.
That might be game. There might be a little bit of added time to come on, but I think this might be it. I think Lyon have stolen a victory from the gasp of Monaco. Anthony Lopez
deserved from Lyon.
Yeah, Lopez is going to do his best to burn time. Let's see if they can do it. 5 minutes plus. It's now 5 minutes 10. It's up the pitch now. And it has been called Lyon have stolen victory from AS Monaco. That kind of puts an end to Monaco's title hopes. Lyon have made it far more interesting. The pressure is on. Lyon could potentially get into the Champions League spaces it has got even more exciting in League and it's been a fantastic game. Guys, I'd love to get your thoughts in the comments as well, Ahmed and Velvishman. You can see the table where Lille top on 76 points, PSG 75 points, Monaco 72, and Lyon 68. Lyon 4 points off of Monaco now, and that makes it all interesting. Velv, we'll go to you first. How do you think that Lyon have held on to this game? Because you called it earlier, despite being down to 10 men, they've stolen victory. What do you think has been great about their performance today?
I feel like it shows Lyon's fight. They never gave up to the end. Even 10 men down, they still stuck to the game plan.
Velv, I'm going to have to interrupt you because you mentioned fight and a brawl is breaking out again in the match now. It's gone to the time and oh my goodness, it's not just a pushing fight. I think there was fist thrown there. Everyone is on the pitch now. Pellegrini is getting straight into it. Oh my goodness, I'm going to try and review live footage of it here.
I just turned off it. I
just
can't
cut off
believe I
it.
just missed it.
It absolutely raced onto the pitch, though, both sides. And it looked like a very intense brawl there. I'll keep it up. I'll keep it going for another 5 minutes. But sorry, Velv, as you were saying, do you want to go back to it? So what do you think Lyon have done this game that have kept it, they've managed to not bottle it as Ultra Parisian wanted them to?
Yeah, I feel like defensively there's bar from the mistake from Lopez. He did well after that to pull off a huge save. I think if he hadn't made that, there could have been a different game. And good substitution, bringing on Cherky. He's got the winning goal and his first league goal. So it's good for him. Good to see another talent rising among the ranks. Hopefully we can see more of him in the future.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm going to get the league table up now as well so everyone can see what has happened in the league, just because as we did mention it, but we're just going to make sure it is a fish all. Guys, great game today. James has said, Ultra Prison said, Lyon didn't bottle it. I know it's a bit of a shock. Josh has come up with an amazing opinion. Lille better than Chelsea. I 100% back that. I'm backing that completely. Lille are the best team in the world. Okay, so there's 17 people still watching, guys. And I've hit 30 likes. Let's try and aim a bit higher as well, just in the last few minutes of the stream.
Let's try to get to 50 likes.
Yeah, why not? Let's go for 50. Let's go for 50. Just going to share screen 2 at the moment. Guys, this is the Ligue 1 table. If you can see that well, if not, I'll describe. Lille, top 76 points. PSG, second on 75 points. Just 1 point off of Lille, which means Lille cannot mess up in their final 3 games. Monaco have completely fallen off. They are now 5 points off Lille at the top due to this loss. And Lyon have caught them. They are 4 points off Monaco. And as I said, only the top 3 in France get Champions League football. So Lyon needs to hope that Monaco mess up again. And if they do, they'll be bearing down their necks. Lyon have fought tooth and nail to get this spot in the Champions League. And have taken a big step towards it. It's just going to get the final thoughts on the comments too, guys. We're going to switch back to the game if anything else is happening on the pitch too. Guys, any final questions for me and Vel? Anything about Liverpool or Euro 2021? I've got a few good questions in there that I've noted down. Thank you very much, guys. You want to add in more? They'll be answered in the podcast. You'll be credited. You can put your Twitter handle in as well, so we can credit you on Twitter. That'll be brilliant. Josh has said it is a close race. It absolutely is, Josh. Absolutely. I think that's why there's a lot of hype around this at the moment. Appreciating everyone coming on to watch this because the Premier League, it feels a little done and dusted, but here it's a bit more exciting. James has asked, what game is next week? I think we touched on it earlier in the stream. I can't quite remember, but I am gonna make sure I get it up. As it's down to you guys to decide, really. I just remember one person did a good suggestion. I'll get up. Velvet, I'm not sure if there's any game you're thinking of to watch. Probably the next Liverpool one. Let me get the live scores up. Liverpool's lucky to not play United tonight. And yet, out of all of
we've
this
got
today,
Bayern and Mönchengladbach on Saturday and Dortmund versus Leipzig on Saturday.
that was it. Dortmund v Leipzig. That is a big one. And we'll have a look at the other games. So I'm going to give the full picture to everybody so we can know what games are on at some time. So, next Saturday, we have Dortmund beat Leipzig at 2:30 in the Premier League. That would overlap with Leeds v Tottenham, Sheffield v Crystal Palace. So not very big game. So potentially we can go and watch that. We'll need to make sure it's on TV, of course. But yes, Dortmund v Leipzig. That could be the next game. If you guys want Dortmund v Leipzig next Saturday, 2:30, let us know in the comments below. I don't think we're going to get any more footage from tonight's fight between Lyon and Monaco. So I think we're going to end it off here. Vel, thank you very, very, very much for joining me. Been a lovely panel.
No worries, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We've offered some great thoughts as usual. Guys, if you've got any more, I'll get one more last question, I guess. It's only 10 o'clock. One more final question. If anyone else has it, I'm going to give you till a minute past. And in the meantime, I'm going to plug.
Yeah, Glazer's out in the chat.
In a minute, I'm going to plug a very nice magazine that I've written in. It's called The Modern Footballer. You can get it from the Get Football group, Get French Football News, all of that. Very nice, very big pleasure to write in it. I've been waiting a chance to just plug it because of a very big thing. But yeah, if there's no other questions, I think we'll end up before it gets too Glazer outy. So, guys, thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back next week. Find me on Twitter at EuroExpert if you want to message me a different game other than Dortmund Leipzig that we can cover. Thank you very, very much, guys. And we will see you next time when Alex can find the outro screen. Can he find it? Yes, he can. Thank you very much, guys. See you next time.
Peace.
It's like it's free time when it's free time. In the dance, they have to take a glance, we step in the room.